Hey everybody, John McClellan here, ATX Hot Sauce, atxhotsauce.com. Don't forget to subscribe below. One of my favorite hot sauces that we make and one of our best sellers is the Big Red. And I've been trying to think, how do I make it better? How do I make it a little bit different? Because it is my favorite sauce. I just want to make it better, not worse, right? Well, thought to myself, when we're making this, we do about a 1 month to 2 month fermentation. What would happen to the flavor? Would it get better? Would it get worse? If I did a 1.5-year fermentation, not a 3 month, not a 6 month, not a year, but a 1.5-year fermentation. Well, the 1.5 years is up. I started this a 1.5 years ago. This is our Big Red recipe. Check out the link below to see what's in there. And we're going to taste this as opposed to this. So first thing we got to do though, we got to make the sauce. All right, what's the first thing we do when we're making hot sauce? You got to check the acidity, right? And the smell. That thing has been fermenting for a 1.5 years and it smells absolutely off the charts good. Let's check the pH balance on it. Let's check that acidity level. I'm looking for about a 3.5, 3.6 on it. It's been fermenting for a long time. Don't forget, when you're using these pHs, make sure you keep water in the cap and make sure you keep this immersed at all times. If this dries out, this dies. All right, let's get this started here. Let's see what that pH goes to. 3.5, 3.4. I like that a lot, 3.4. Very acidic, low pH. That's exactly what we're looking for. So why is low pH so important? Why is that high acidity so important? Well, you want shelf stability, right? And you don't want any microbes growing in there. And that shelf stability comes by without real acidic. You know, if tomatoes are very acidic, limes and lemons are very acidic. This is what happens when you ferment something, it gets more acidic, and that's what keeps it shelf stable. All right, now we know this is ready to be blended. We're gonna take it and we're gonna pour it in here. This is one of our 1-gallon buckets that we use our experiments on. Got red Fresnos in here, all kinds of good stuff. This hasn't seen the light of day for a 1.5 years. I gotta tell you, this smell is, it's delightful. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Now we got it in here. One of the things you heard me talk about how we blend. A lot of people blend with different blenders out there and they have to do a straining process. We don't do that. We use a Vitamix blender. One of these right here. We blend it for about 10 to 12 minutes on high. What happens when you do it for 10 to 12 minutes on high is it totally pulverizes everything in there, makes it into this real good consistency, great looking hot sauce, and it pasteurizes it too. That pasteurization, we get it to about 165, 170 degrees Fahrenheit, right, on the blender. That pasteurizes it, kills all the lactobacillus. I know that doesn't help your gut, right? You're looking for those good probiotics, but you're not going to really get that out of hot sauce, right? But we want to make sure that it's not going to blow up on you. So that's why we pasteurize it at 165, 170. All right, so let's get to blending. Now, during this part of the process, I want to add some xanthan gum. That xanthan gum gives it a little bit more consistency, doesn't let everything separate. This amount, you're not going to need very much. Got my trusty xanthan gum here. Linked below for the description. That's plenty right there. $165. And we put it right in the hopper. Rinse and repeat. All right, now let's taste it. It's gonna be a little warm, but that's okay. Wow. The first thing I get, you can tell that fermentation's gone for about a 1.5 years. Gets such an amazing just depth of flavor to it. Get the heat coming on the back end. There's a lot going on here. This is absolutely phenomenal. Maybe we'll start fermenting our Big Red a little bit longer than we normally do. All right, now let's get to bottling this. I always like to put the first one back in. There you have it. Year and a half fermentation of the Big Red. Normal Big Red, a year and a half fermentation. Now I got to tell you, the depth of flavor is amazing. That extra fermentation time really makes it for me. I can't wait to put this on something for lunch today. Guys, hope you enjoyed watching the show today. Don't forget to subscribe below. Hit the thanks button. We really need it here on this channel to keep us going. Hey, for ATX Hot Sauce and all the gang, we'll see you next time.